Den of Thieves in theaters near you this very Friday, starring Gerard Butler, 50 Cent Jackson, Pablo Schreiber, and the man to my right, who we all loved playing his dad in Straight Outta Compton, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Good to see you, Shay.
Good to see you, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm loving it. I'm really excited about this film, and I'm ready for everyone to see it.
Okay, well we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the football games this weekend?
Yeah, I watched football this weekend. My cousin Michael Thomas plays for the Saints, so I wasn't really happy with this miracle everybody keeps talking about.
You're not feeling that? You're not feeling
No, not at all. Respect to the athletes and all the hard work that went into their success. But
of course.
No.
But that said,
no.
He's your cousin. Michael Thomas is your cousin.
Yeah, it's my guy.
We had him on the show. I mean, and again, he went to the wrong school as far as I'm concerned.
I feel that.
But I couldn't have liked chatting with him more, and a good guy to root for, good in the community and the whole thing. And so you're watching that, and you're just like everybody else thinking this is a wrap. He's going to
When
Philly.
I saw him score the first tub, I was, it's on. I'm ready to go. I was rocking, and then I really feel that these Vikings are a team of destiny, and in the playoffs, that's the team you look for.
Yeah.
But when you have a play like that, that just seems like this is not going to happen this way, and it does, you can't knock them.
Yeah, I know. It does feel like it's destiny, and it does have all the feels and the feel good like that. But then there's Tom Brady standing on the other side potentially. Although I don't mean to get past Jacksonville or anything like that right now.
I mean, Jacksonville is definitely exciting. I love the defense.
Brash. I do too.
Oh man,
You know who I really have kind of enjoyed, even though he rubs some people the wrong way, is Jalen Ramsey.
Of course,
I love his.
That's the spotlight right there.
You want him on your team.
Of course, the people that you hate going up against, you want them on your team. And if anybody wants to come to the Rams, it'd be great. But
hold on a second,
can't knock.
Shay, you're not a Raider fan? I mean,
I don't really like Las Vegas. I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
Going to Nevada.
Okay.
No, I just
you're a Ram.
Whoever came to LA, I was really going to stand behind.
That's it.
It was Rams, Chargers, Raiders. That's all the talk was. And then once the Rams made the decision first, as a LA native, I got to ride with my city, and they love me first.
But you weren't exposed to the Raiders as a kid to the point where
you
you're
going. Man, it's still.
Okay.
It's still in there. I'm still heartbroken. I will watch my father beat his head into the wall about Rich Gannon and all, and I still like to remind him about.
That's a childhood memory of yours?
Dude, when we lost to Tampa Bay, which also Keyshawn Johnson won the ring. Shout out to Keyshawn. But the next day, I could just see my dad's face. And I put on all my Raider gear for him the next day, went to school, and got heckled and all kind of mean jokes because I'm in the losing team's gear.
Yeah.
And it really broke his heart when I told him LaDainian Tomlinson was my favorite player. Oh yeah, and he didn't beat me like for a good 8 years.
Well, I'll tell you, LT's a good guy to want to root for too. I mean, he's as good as they come.
Fantasy football god.
So do you still play fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I, 6th place out of 16 this year. Did not like that.
16
team league.
Sick. My team, my guys are disgusting. Shout out to my man Mike Mama Liquor.
Yeah. Who are you in a league with? Do we know anybody?
No. It's just all my friends that from middle school and things like that. And those are the worst people to have a league with because they're gonna let you know about yourself. And I picked. I'm nice with my quarterback selection, but Carson Wentz going down ruined me.
That
was it. In the 16 man, there's no free agents.
Come on, Nick Foles wasn't available.
There's no free agents. Anybody who knows, get on, all the apps and stuff like that, get it done.
O'Shea Jackson Jr., Den of Thieves in theaters near you on Friday. We'll talk about that in a second. 16 teams is absurd.
I know. Well, I'm in a 14 team and he hates it.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
It's intense. It's intense.
That's not the reason why I hate it.
Okay.
It's
the reason why I hate it is because you're not all that good and you win every year. Okay.
No, I've won back to back.
Exactly.
I'm back to back.
All right,
you got 3 emails?
Hold on a minute.
Back to back.
Number two, there is no time limit on drafting people.
What?
So my draft takes like 8 hours.
Okay, yeah, that you're
right?
Commission. No.
I'm already
Give that up.
I hate any human being involved with that. I don't even know them. I just hold it
You
against
don't even
them
know when to
because-
look at your foot. Like,
8 hours. Could you imagine? Some guy once took an 8th round draft choice, took 28 minutes before drafting Brian Hartline. That's no good.
Hey, do
We
it.
have lives. You have life.
Yeah,
we have lives. We have lives.
That's all that is.
So now you're wearing a Laker lid. What do you think of what's going on with the Lakers here?
I love it.
You do.
I love the Lakers. I love what's going on. I love that we are an exciting young team.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the games where we do lose, they're competitive still, and that's what you want to see. And any Laker fan will always say we're just a superstar away, but every team is just a superstar away. But we have so many pieces now that we can finally make moves that I feel will help bring us to title town.
And who's the move? It's LeBron, right?
I mean, isn't that the move for every team?
Well, I know it is, but I mean, I don't know if. And the thing that we discussed on the show on Friday, where there was some news being dropped here, is that why would LeBron hook his wagon up to anything remotely close to LeVar Ball to finish up his career? Why would he do that?
Because you got to understand that LeVar is a parent. And he will defend his son. He just has a spotlight on him because of, the success of his sons. And it's not something that we need to take into our offices just because a dad doesn't like the way you play his son. Who hasn't had that happen before? I'm sure Joe Jellybean Bryant didn't like that first year Kobe was on the squad. So, that has nothing to do with the Lakers. That has nothing to do with a fan, a hyped up fan has nothing to do with the Lakers organization. So with LeBron James, when I look at his legacy and I see, the direction he's headed, and us Kobe heads will always be on him about, but the best way to do it is to come here and set history in Los Angeles.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. here on the Rich Eisen Show. So you mentioned about a dad who has a problem with the way that somebody's playing his son. What about a dad who's being played by his son?
That's nice.
What was that like with your dad on the set of Straight Outta Compton, with you playing him? For your first ever feature film role too? Talk about a deep end of the pool. Yeah,
it was pretty. It was definitely some of the scariest times I've had because I was a film student, went to USC for screenwriting, and so I was a writer at heart. And my dad tells me, I got this film that they're taking serious. And that was during my second year of college. And I asked him, what do you need me to do? When your dad calls on you, you got to step up to the plate.
Sure.
And he told me, you're gonna go through the auditioning process and things like that. And I want that because it'll give me time to build my chops. And I had a 2-year auditioning process for Straight Outta Compton before I even got it. So by the time they gave me the green light, you're so amped up because you've been doing this for 2 years already that nobody could tell me anything. I'm ready to rock and roll.
So which mannerisms of his do you think you nailed the best?
The frown.
I mean, just right there. That was scary.
The frown, that was my go-to. Like during a lot of my auditions, like regular conversations, I would just keep it there just so they know, you're not going to get this nowhere else.
That's great.
And it worked to my advantage.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
Because you did nail that one.
Man,
is that because you saw it the most?
I've heard those stories before they were on film, so it was reenacting stuff my dad had told me my whole childhood and being able to show him what I could do. And I feel like I made him super funny in that movie as well.
Nice. Very good. No, but what I meant is that you've seen the frown the most being his son, being on the business end of the frown a lot.
Yeah, well, the frown isn't always a mean frown, He's got the thinking frown. He's got the it's too bright frown, He's getting all those things.
Well, I'll need to know that the next time he comes on here for me to interview him because I can't tell the difference. Sometimes I'm like, I hope I did not just piss off Cube. And so this is a huge movie for you, obviously, because you're not playing your dad. You're playing somebody completely that you're stepping into a role that you're creating, essentially.
Yeah.
Den of Thieves. Tell everybody what this is about, why they should go see it then.
Den of Thieves is going to make it staple when it comes to heist movies because it's not your everyday cliche film.
Okay.
A lot of the times you have to stay away from being the popcorn movie. And what that is having a moment where the audience feels that they can text right now or they could go get some food or they could go to the bathroom. Den of Thieves keeps you on the edge of your seat. And there's no good guys or bad guys in Den of Thieves. It is a great story written by Christian Gudegas, our director and writer. He's had the script for over 10 years. So if you had enough time to, go back and put something, it's a pretty bad movie.
Heat on steroids is the way I'm hearing it.
Yo, I appreciate that because, I love Heat. I love the town, but I love a good Los Angeles movie. No disrespect to Boston, but all disrespect to the Celtics.
Okay. You got to appreciate that hate. He's a Celtic fan.
I'm a Celtics. I appreciate
You got to appreciate
It's
that
respect because these single-digit championship teams, they mean nothing to us.
That's what I'm talking about.
But,
I'm talking about.
I'm happy for, Oakland. Yay. Cleveland.
I like it.
Spurs.
Come on, you're still counting banners. I mean, it's I know that, but
right when your championships are old enough to drive, talk to us.
Wow! Yes.
This guy.
Feel free to use that one.
Wow,
oh, it's lit.
That is lit.
It's lit.
Okay, well, look, congrats again on Den of Thieves in advance of it coming out on Friday. Come back.
Dude, have me.
I will.
I'm here.
Come in. We'll do as the NBA season begins to get more and more intense, and as LeVar keeps calling the coach out more and more. We'll have you on. Okay?
I'm Team Luke Walton. I've just got to put it out there.
Hashtag you're with Luke.
Team Luke.
There you go. Very good. O'Shea Jackson Jr., check out Den of Thieves. When we'll come back, your phone calls in 60 seconds, and we'll see how we did on our divisional playoff fantasy excursion. We had our own draft, but it was timed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I know. Good to see you, Shay. Thanks for being here.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.